Alright, what's up everybody? It is time to review the 13 books I decided to buy. My pull list was way bigger, but I had to make some cuts, and some of the books didn't come in. So this should have been posted a lot earlier today. I think I'm going to have to delete Instagram from my phone. I got on there just to check something, and 3 hours later, I found myself staring at Spanish gals shaking their ass. 3 hours straight. I've wasted my day. Alright, let's get into the 13 books. We'll start out with Daredevil, A Cold Day in Hell. I gave it a 4.3. Comic Geeks gave it a 4.5. Altogether, I give this run a 4.4, 4.5. This is great story. The art is amazing. It's a fantastic story. I wish we were going to get more of that, but that is the last book in the run. So if you like Daredevil, read this, because the main Daredevil story is dog shit. Then we got Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu. This is issue 11. The story was really cool. Yeah, Moon Knight has just been great for a while now. The only thing I didn't like is they did switch artists, and I really was not feeling this new artist. Looks like he is the artist going forward, so hopefully I get used to it. I probably would have given it a 4 had it been the previous artist, but I gave it a 3.7. Comic Geeks gave it a 4.3. So there you are. It's a great book. That's a very high score, 4.3 on Comic Geeks. I don't know. It was just something about the art I didn't like. Then we got Absolute Green Lantern, issue 5. I gave this a 4. Comic Geeks gave this a 4. Whoa! This is starting to really get going. This has been a slow burn, but it is really starting to pick up the pace. This was a really exciting book. Highly recommend this. It's not as good as Absolute Wonder Woman, Batman, or Superman, but this looks like it is about to get really good, so I'm really hyped for the next one. Then we got my surprise of the week. Cheetah and Cheshire robbed the Justice League. I'm sorry, I can't say it. But I gave this a 4.0. Comic Geeks gave this a 4.1. I was not expecting this to be as good as it is. This is really a fun book. These two are about to rob the Justice League, and I highly recommend this. If you're reading Justice League, then you should probably check this out, because it's looking like it's directly tying into that. Yeah, I can't say enough good things. The art's great, the story was great, the pace was great. Highly recommend. Then we got Captain America, issue 2. Solid book. Not as good as the first one. I gave this a 4. Comic Geeks gave it a 4.3, but this looks like they're really doing a cool story here. I'm excited for the next one. I've never really been a big Captain America fan, but right now this has me hooked. So highly recommend this if you've ever been a Captain America fan or ever been on the fence about Captain America. Check this out. Now, one of my favorite ongoing DC books right now, Batgirl, issue 10. She's found out she's got a brother. They are fighting off an assassin on his birthday. This is a really good book. Batgirl, I never realized how much I liked Cassandra Cain. She is quickly becoming one of my favorite characters. So highly recommend Batgirl issue 10. Love the art, love the covers, and it's just a great story. Excited for issue 11. Again, highly recommend. Arcana Royale issue 4. This is the last story in this run, and it was kind of a disappointment for me. I gave it a 3.6. Comic Geeks gave it a 3.9. All together is one big story. I give this a 3.8. Just a real weak finish. I kind of had questions after the last book that they were going to have to rush it, and, not with only one issue left, I knew it just wasn't going to be good enough, and it just wasn't. But I did really like issues 1 through 3. It is a good story. Had this had like 2-3 more issues, I think this could have been really good. And we got Blink and You'll Miss It, issue 1. Didn't have this on my pull list, saw it, kind of flipped through the pages, and had to buy it. The art is really cool. So I gave it a 3.6. Comic Geeks give it a 3.7. That's a pretty low score for me, which is weird because I'm definitely going to get issue 2. This was weird enough and had me intrigued enough that I wanted to read the next issue. So if the next issue isn't really good, I will be dropping it. But yeah, this is a hard one to explain. But it's a weird mystery. Looks like it might have some horror elements into it. Art's great. It's well written. Just, yeah, this is a weird one to explain. But yeah, again, I gave it a 3.6. Comic Geeks gave it a 3.7. Definitely checking out issue 2. Now, the worst book of the week. Amazing Spider-Man issue 9. Now, I dropped Amazing Spider-Man after issue 7 because I just thought it was so terrible. And then I saw so many reviews about issue 8 being great. I was like, I gotta check it out. I asked Dan at the comic shop. I said, hey man, I'm gonna have to get it because I heard 8 was good. He said, he's like, I wouldn't do that. He's like, you read so many good books, you don't need it. And I was like, I gotta check it out. I want Spider-Man to be good. And unfortunately, it was dog shit. I gave it a 3.1. Comic Geeks gave it a 3.5. I will not be falling for any more tricks. I will not be getting Amazing Spider-Man again. This was terrible. Cruel Universe, issue 11. No, wait. Cruel Universe, volume 11 or volume 2, because I'm not sure if that's a Roman numeral or not. Issue 1. This is kind of science fiction horror. It was all right. It wasn't great. It wasn't as good as some of the other EC stuff, which I really love EC as a whole. They do a lot of horror stuff, and like I said, I'm a horror geek. But I gave it a 3.8. Comic Geeks gave it a 3.6. This is, I think this one had 4 different short stories, all science fiction horror. If that sounds like something you're into, definitely check it out. It's worth reading. All the EC usually gets a pretty good score from me, and I just love it all. It's 4 different stories, 4 different artists and writers, so you get a variety of stuff. It's definitely worth the money. Then we have Hello Darkness, issue 13. I went with this cover. It doesn't go with any of the other covers I got, but I just thought that was a really cool, unique cover. I gave it a 4.0. Comic Geeks gave it a 4.0. Wow, I'm perfect. This one is pretty much an entire zombie-themed book. This is just like that last Cruel Universe. This is 5, 6 short stories, all horror-themed. Really, really fun. I had the AC blasting while I was reading this. I had football on, and it just made me excited for October. Absolute Superman number 10. I gave this a 4.1. Comic Geeks gave it a 4.2. The Absolute Universe is the best thing going on in Marvel or DC right now. This is just fantastic. Things are really, really heating up in this one. The Ra's al Ghul and his daughter, Talia, have entered in a big way, and they are kind of really taking over. Love this book. This is my favorite Superman book out, period. And I recommend Absolute to everyone. They're all great books, and I'm excited that they are extending the line. Then, the last book of the week, Cul-de-sac. I gave this a 4.4. Comic Geeks gave this a 4.2. This is 48 pages. It's on the old school newspaper paper. So, I mean, it's just cool reading it. I loved those as a little kid. It just reminded me of being a little kid. This is a vampire book. It's amazing, amazing art. Really cool art. I'll show some pictures of the art so you guys can see. This is done by Bad Idea. I think these guys are a new company. They had a couple other books come out, and everything they have done, I have really, really liked. They give you a good preview of another Bad Idea comic coming out, and I'm all on board. This is a vampire story. It's following a group of kids who are kids of vampires, and then it's following a team of vampire hunters. And yeah, I love this book. Highly recommend this book. Like I said, it's 48 pages. It is $6, so it costs, I don't know, that's what, the same as a DC book. And you get way more pages. But yeah, definitely go check this out if you're into horror or vampires, or you just want something different that is really, really good. Now let's get into the other stuff I bought. Oh boy. So, World Tree, issue 16. This was a new book this week, but I can't read this yet because I'm only up to issue 10 by James Tynion. You guys know if Tynion's writing it, I'm buying it. This is a great book. I'm excited to read that. Then we got Something is Killing the Children, issue 43. Can't read this yet. I'm only up to issue 37. Gonna go to the other comic shop next week and buy the 37 through 42 so I can get caught up and then read this, but super excited about this. Love that. That is my favorite series out right now. I can't stop talking about it. Then at the comic shop, I picked up some random number ones to see if there was anything I wanted to get into. And surprise, surprise, I bought James Tynion's what is this? The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos. I have not heard much about this. Tynion writes it, so I have a feeling I'm going to like it. I hope I like it. I know they just came out with another series of this, so it's got to be somewhat good. It's had to have sold some copies. So I haven't read this yet. Excited to read this. Going to read this today while I watch football. Actually, I don't know what that price is going for, but yeah, I got it for $3, so I was excited about that. Then we got Paranoid Gardens, issue 1. I don't know anything about this. I was just kind of looking for some cool, maybe horror book to read. Never heard of this. Don't know anything about the people that write this, but excited to check it out. Then I've heard a lot about this. The Last Boy. Bought this, issue 1. Got a pretty sweet deal on this. I've heard this is good. I hope it is. I'll be checking it out tonight. But sounds like it's a cool Peter Pan story. So if you guys have read this, let me know. You guys like any of these, let me know. Let's talk in the comments section. Now, I'm really excited about this one. FML number 1. This book is rated crazy high on Comic Geeks. Every one of them's like 4.3 to like a 4.6. Looks like a little horror story. Maybe a Stranger Things vibe to it with kids and small town living. But super, super excited to read this. I will be probably picking up the rest of them, but I didn't want to go crazy. And just in case I somehow didn't like this, I only bought one issue. Then I bought the trade papers of Something is Killing the Children. The first trade. The second trade. And the third trade, or volume, I guess. Yeah, my buddy John was selling these and said he was either going to sell them on eBay for a package of 30 or I could buy them right now for 15. So I said, John, of course I'll buy it. You know I'm obsessed with Something is Killing the Children. So, what did you guys read this week? Anything I missed out on or need to check on? Anything you disagree with? Call me names in the comments section right after you press that like button. Thanks to all of you who are liking and subscribing. Really appreciate that. That's really cool. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So I am going to get to reading these books right now. Gonna watch some football and enjoy the rest of my weekend. You all have a great weekend. Hit me up in the comments section. Let's talk comics, and we'll talk later.